lastly, Patrick, is there anything quickly you want to say about these numbers?
Yeah, look, I guess it sort of speaks to itself. But as you said, Nick, historically the ATOs sort of accounted for approximately half of all winding ups. They're still effectively at zero. But what you can see is all of the non-ATO winding ups are basically back to where they were pre-COVID, which is quite interesting.
Scott, what do you make of this, and what do you think the ATO is up to?
I think
they're up to nothing.
I think what's really interesting about this slide is how quickly the non-ATO has come back, and because obviously last year we had these restrictions around being able to enforce stat decks and so forth. I think that it's bounced back really quickly, and part of it might be a legacy trying to flush through and normalize. But what I think it also shows is that people who are owed money, they need the working capital challenges of businesses are incredibly challenging at the moment, and they're only going to be tougher in 2022 when the supply chain challenges, which are also only at the first phases of. So I think it also shows that businesses out there who do have debts owing to them, they will actively pursue them because they need it for their own balance sheet. I think that's really interesting to me.
I just wonder whether the ATO, as a result of this and as a result of the delay, are going to adjust their receivables policy. As you may know, Nick, the ATO has quite an extensive receivables policy, and if you break that policy down to bare bones, what it essentially says is the ATO won't compromise on prime debt. Right. It would rather, if a company owed the ATO $100 million, and the company said all we can do is pay you $90 million, that's the best we can do, the ATO would generally proceed to wind up just for the sake of the extra $10 million. Now, because that is their policy, they give you plenty of time to pay it, but their policy is that they don't get all their prime debt back, they proceed to wind up. I think that policy will just have to change because of the accrued debt.